Hello.
Hey guys.
So, I know we're probably going to have a limited amount of people in here just due to notifications, but we're going to go ahead and get started and get into this. Tonight, we're going to be going over Jessica Kent's first episode of her docu-series. Now, it is an hour and a half long. We're not going to get through the whole thing. We are going to be fair using the F out of this so that we stay within the fair use
Mhm.
guidelines. We're doing this for commentary, criticism. All the disclaimers will be added below at the bottom after the live is through. But we do want to flash the disclaimer in the background on a regular. So,
That's right.
anyways, if you guys are not familiar with the Jessica Kent story, she is a prison TikToker, prison YouTuber who, for the longest time, had a very large dedicated following her ride or die crew. She has been somebody that I would say like grabbed people's hearts. She seemed like your little cousin, your little sister. Like
Mhm.
you really want to believe her. And for the longest time, I did until the stories started being repeated and told in different ways. And
Right.
a lot of confliction in a lot of her stories. She screwed up quite a bit. So I've got Sophie here with me that she is going to be doing commentary with me over on on this and probably quite a bit of other stuff. We're going to see how everything goes, but
Mhm.
we're going to be stopping every 30 seconds at least to make sure that we stay within the fair use guidelines. Now, you're going to see in this video that she has body cam footage, she has ring doorbell camera footage. Um, you're going to see her be manipulative in this video. Um, she always brags about how she can manipulate people and get people to do the things that she wants. And it's almost like those words are backfiring on her now because it's
Mhm.
showing and proving true to her audience as well.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of people have destroyed their ride or die merch. They're done.
Wow.
They're tore down. I've seen so many videos. I actually talked to Nicole, the one who she talks about in this documentary, who and to Tracy. And they're both really nice people. They're both down to earth. Nicole, I talk to a lot more than Tracy, but they're both really sweet people. And the way that she makes them out to be in this video kind of blows my mind because they are
Yeah.
nothing like what she says. Now, she may feel that way because she's being criticized, but I
Mhm.
mean, after you put out that much information and then start throwing out stuff that's all the way messed up. Like you're going to see her have redacted information even more, or like from the paperwork that Tracy has to the paperwork she has. The stuff is different. Like that, where she altered paperwork. There's proof if you watch Tracy's video to this documentary. So all of it leads to, is she lying? And she says Jason was only sober for 1 month.
Mhm.
That means for all those other months, she knowingly had a drug addict around her kids. 'Cause he was
Yeah.
there all the time, openly in videos and talking to her, saying
And
they were
she
hanging out.
she's also in recovery, right?
She is in, yes, she was on meth, real heavy. I think she kind of dabbled pretty much in all of it at one
Mhm.
point, but I didn't. I believe it was like methamphetamines was her main drug.
Right. Right.
Um, but you'll hear it in like she tells her story in this, and you're going to see in the the very beginning of this video where she is talking. It's the intro to the video, and she's, I don't know. You
Yeah.
guys just got to see it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull it up here, and she's gonna control it, and we're gonna go.
There's some
Alright.
excuse me, there's somebody in the chat, the Rabbit and Lab best friends.
Okay. Hey,
It
everybody.
says, "What's up? My cousin did this with her kid, and they found her BF unalive in the bathroom. It destroyed them."
There is a lot of people who believe that she has relapsed, and she's not said that she has, but she has started drinking, and she said she's gonna figure that out in her own way, and so
Well,
we're gonna see what happens, in the long run, but in just this documentary alone, you're gonna see her talk about the criticism and all if you've looked into this story at all, you're gonna see contradictions if you've watched her at all. So, whenever you are ready, Sophie.
okay. I think that after we do this, that you and me both need to get on TikTok and YouTube, whatever, and find some of the past things about her. And
Mhm.
next time we can show that
Yes,
just for people that don't know who this person is or don't know much about
now
her.
I do
Just to
have
give some
on my
backstory.
channel right now, there is probably 20 or so shorts that I have put out about her and her contradictions. And one of the biggest things that is controversial is whether she knew she was pregnant when she went to jail. And the
Mhm.
officers wrote in the report that she told them the reason they were out that late at night is because she was having pregnancy cravings. Now, just so happens she ends up being pregnant and locked up in jail that from that arrest. But she
Mm.
claims that she didn't know she was pregnant until like 6 weeks down the line. Which so I
Really?
mean, yeah, you can't tell the cops that. And then she says, "Well, I could have told him anything. I probably told him that just to get him to leave me alone and
Oh,
think I was
please.
legitly out." It's like, so you guessed you were, you made up that you were pregnant and then you just
And then
magically
you really
were.
were?
Yeah,
Right.
it don't work like that. So,
No, not at all. Alrighty, let's get into this.
Where to I even begin? Were you skeptical to date someone that was on parole, had a DHS case, and had a past addiction problem?
So do I like all the toppings on pizza is what we're saying.
I want to say, thank you. Thank you for, being patient with me. And I know that we have rough times, but I really appreciate everything you do. And I love you very much.
Because again, people
Okay.
that are abusive,
okay, so that was Reese. That is her ex-husband. He is a veteran, and he depending on how things really went down between him and Jessica, there is possible DV. Um, we really don't know from the exact amount of it. You will see some videos in this docu-series that show him being aggressive, but as the cop explains to her in the videos, he says, there's no way to prove because it's two-party state that she didn't, wasn't just smacking him around right before all this and then decided to turn the camera on.
Right.
But, that's Reese, and you're gonna see her like, it's just gonna jump into it, and you're gonna see her talking to people and freaking out over making the intro, and it is the intro to the actual docuseries. So,
Mhm.
is she being real or is she being fake?
Is she freaking out because people were gonna actually find out who she really is?
And if she is that way, I think her subscribers and everybody would respect it so much more
Mhm.
if she would just be real and say, "Look, I fucked up, guys. Like, I fucked up. Like, please
Yeah.
let me do whatever I need to do to make this right." And
Yeah.
yeah, it it just blows my mind. Hello to everybody in chat. We will
Hi, guys.
be occasionally saying hi to everybody, but we're going to try to stay on course so that we can the people that watch the replays don't have a lot of in between chat. But thank you guys for coming in and hanging out, and I appreciate everybody that shows up.
Hi, Shauna. Hi, Sheila. Thank you. Alright, let's get into this.
they will remove any support systems for people. Limit or eliminate contact with friends, with family, with ways to get around. They will intentionally take out every car is in their name, everything. It's mine. You can't have it. This is your car.
So what's going on tonight?
Vehicle stolen.
Okay, how long?
I don't know where it's at right now. You want me to get my locator?
So I thought I would just vlog every day until Reese's in treatment. Day
Okay.
So that was him speaking to the police in regards to the vehicle. I guess she never put anything in her name when they was together, and the vehicle was in his name, even though she had been making payments on it for the last year. And when he decided that she could no longer drive the vehicle, which was randomly in the middle of the
Mhm.
night at 2 something in the morning, he demanded the vehicle back and reported it stolen. And they went to her, and they even tell him in this video that there's a possibility guns could be drawn on the children. And
That's crazy.
he says he goes right on ahead and signs it. So, I mean, I like Reese, but until I can't say that he's not as guilty as her in this right now.
Right. Right. Now, is there a reason why she didn't have anything in her name? Was
I
there a
don't
reason
know.
or what?
Maybe because she may have maybe she owed debt. I don't know if it was
Right.
just something that she was used to from, when
Right.
she was in the game, and you'll hear this is somebody that actually, like, glorifies being in prison. She says she doesn't, but she absolutely
Oh, yeah,
glorifies
for sure, for
'cause she's
sure.
like she'll be on a TikTok live and someone will donate to her and she'll be like, "Thanks for that 10 piece. Thanks for that 5 piece." It's like, you don't talk like that unless you're still in the game. Like, that's
Right,
just
exactly. She's not fooling either one of us. Like, both of us been there, done that, right?
Mhm.
And we know we can spot it a mile away when somebody isn't towing the line, I guess, and
Yeah.
doing what they're supposed to be doing. So, and that's a big red flag when you still use certain slang or
Yeah.
lingo. So, alrighty.
one. Well, it's 8 months and day one.
See, he told me that he was so upset because he was supposed to have him from 11 to 7, and you guys were both going to come to his house and stay there from 11 to 7 with his kids.
My kids are fine. My kids are fine. I'm fine.
I had no notes. There was no warning given to me about this caller at all.
This is emotional abuse.
I want that address. It's Jason Forster.
Wow.
Okay. So, what you just saw right there in the very beginning was Mindy. Mindy is a friend of mine. Um,
Mhm.
we talk, and I am going to be asking her to come on and talk to us about this once we get done with the docu-series reaction. And she's going to be able to add in bits and pieces that we can't.
Things that
But
we don't see.
I really I have to say I believe Mindy right now, and until until something changes with Jessica, I'm not believing her. And I believe everything about what Mindy's got to say. And I mean, from what I've heard so far, she's got no reason to lie about any of it.
Right. What would she have in this to lie?
Well, she is another TikToker who Jessica brought into her house. She was
Okay.
actually there, brought her there to help her. She was apparently in an abusive relationship. And so they decided she was going to come stay with Jessica, with her and her kids. Um, Jessica does many TikToks with her saying she's a ride or die. She's always there. Like, she read her paperwork, like she's gold. Everything's a okay with her, 100%. And then, as soon as Mindy's gone and something happens between them, Mindy is the devil, pretty much, is how she makes her out to be. And she does something really messed up. Because we will show you Mindy's TikToks, and you know Jessica told her ex that was abusive to her that she went because she ended up going to Reese's and staying with Reese. She ended up getting with
Oh,
Reese, and
okay. The
she
plot
told the
thickens.
ex this, and Mindy has a video up what, and you see the repercussions of her ex finding this out is all over her face. I mean,
Wow.
he did her in. So,
Wow. Okay.
and then this right here is where they're talking about the car. The cops are just wanting to get the vehicle. They're telling her at this point, with her name not being on anything, she
There's
cannot do
nothing
anything.
she can do about it, right?
No, no.
Hmm.
Hello, everybody in chat. Thanks for coming. Again, I'm sorry we're
Hey,
not
Big
talking a
Name.
whole lot to chat, but that way people who are watching replay can keep up with everything. But thank you guys for coming. I appreciate anybody that's here.
Hi,
And
guys.
everybody that's here for Sophie, guys, this is Sophie. If you don't already know who she
Hi.
is, she's been in my chats quite a bit. She has her own channel. We're going to be bouncing back and forth between the two, doing a lot of different things.
Mhm.
But right now we're gonna we're going over this
Yeah.
docu-series
We're
because we
focusing
both
on this
dealt
right
with
now.
addiction in our
Mhm.
past. So um, if any of you have, you will be able to read this situation just as we
Right.
are.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's Jason Forrester?
Friend that just got out of prison for 10 years.
Her friend?
Transplant drugs.
Okay.
He said back to the house. I bet she's fucking drugs over with my kids.
That's about Jason.
I feel like a video got posted.
Okay, so the guy that he was talking about who had been in prison for 10 years is Jason. The guy that she says was clean for only 1 month in her videos. And then also you realize, okay, well, he's been around your kids for how long now? And you're just letting them get away. Okay, so you had a high dude around your kids the whole time. Reese is really loving that, I'm sure. Um, I don't know. It's really messed up. And then you're going to see in this clip here too in just a second that they send a guy to this dude's house. He has PTSD from being in the service. They
Right.
send a guy to his house at 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 or 3 in the morning to go knock on the door and check and see if he's okay. It's somebody he don't even know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
It
here's my thing. Jason was only clean for 1 month, but he
he did
stayed
10
with her
years in
for
federal prison.
okay. He stayed with her for however long, using during that time. There's the kid situation, plus there's her supposed to be in recovery and living with a man that is using.
Yes, and she also tries to blame Mindy for his relapse. Eh, yeah,
No. No. Sorry.
it
I
blew me
don't buy it.
no.
All right, let's keep going.
Shouldn't have got posted. I know it's bad and I won't defend it, but
She is. She's just looking all alone. I think. She's got nobody to support her. Down her own, but yeah. But she did that herself.
It could be long guns, could be pistols and everything pointed at the vehicle.
He continuously, uses you guys.
Okay, so what you just heard was Reese agreeing to, which I agree with her here. It's really messed up. To it didn't really matter to him that guns could be drawn on the vehicle with his child in the car
Right.
because
Right.
they were going to have to put it out as stolen. If she was to drive it and the kids were in the car, they could have long guns, pistols, all that. That's what he said, pointed
Right.
on them, and that is just
That's not okay.
no. And he was totally fine with it. And one of them is his adopted. I think he adopted her, and then the other one is his blood child. So, but I think I think he has like adopted the other one. I'm pretty
Right.
sure he did, but I'm not 100% on that. I could be wrong.
Okay. And on the screen now is a trip confirmation for Mindy's ticket that was bought on January 4th. Reese called the cops on the 5th And Mindy comes to Chicago on the 6th.
You know, keeping up all hours of the night because he is drunk and mad. So I don't really know what to tell you.
That's a shot fired right there. I was like, that is okay. Those videos were made after you moved out.
And you were still trying to take the Jeep and still actively using and doing things to hurt me.
Now you're gonna see. I mean, Reese isn't innocent in the deal. I mean, you can see
Right.
his irritation. You can see, but this
Yeah.
is, this is. I'm pretty sure that he's talking to her for this docu-series here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is after everything's already happened. All that's already went down. He got the Jeep back, and I think she ends up getting the Jeep in the long run. But yeah, all that's done went down, and he's there. And he was in. I think he was burned really bad in the service, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
he's got the scarring and stuff on his face. But I mean, he's got PTSD real bad, and you're gonna see that here. But I mean, it's not an excuse for anything at all. But all the video that we are seeing is, you got to put in consideration, Jessica chose what was it put out. There was hours and hours of ring cam footage, I'm sure, that of everything that went
And
on and all that.
she has to select what goes out in
And
that ring footage.
there's only stuff that is to her benefit, I guess you would say,
Oh, of
is
course.
what is shown. So,
Of course.
yeah.
And I felt as though, like, if I didn't speak out, it just wouldn't have stopped.
I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be arrested. I just want to
Stop. Stop.
You don't want it, do you?
You're not gonna fucking threaten to hit me and back me to a fucking corner. Reese, stop!
He like grabbed me, like bear hugged me, and he was trying to grab my face to open the phone with my face, like Face ID. I don't know.
All right. So there you did see him coming at her very aggressively.
Yeah.
I don't know if that part of the video is ever shown all the way through in the video. There is a clip that's shown from farther back where he is right up on her.
Mhm.
But you see he was chasing her around the counter. I mean,
Yeah.
there was definitely he wasn't innocent in this.
Right.
And but the guy sitting right there with her talking to the police is Jason. Now he's the one that was in
Okay.
federal prison for 10 years. And Jason actually is like, at some points he's like, look, if the cops like, well, we just can't go in and do this, and they're trying to get in the house at one point to get the guns away from Reese, and he's
Mhm.
like, well, if I go in there, you can't. And then he said, you can just arrest me and I can get him out. And the cops are like, no, 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 no. So I mean, you're gonna see that because she shows it, and you're also gonna see Jason's arrest because he violates parole, and has to go back to prison.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
That's registered and everything.
Are you Miss Jessica? I'm with DCFS.
It never works out for the right side. You understand what I mean? It never works out for the person who's trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, that's not mine. Don't ever register hanging to me. So
That's not yours?
no.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, that was Reese's record there, of just a bit of it. I'm pretty sure that was all Reese. But yeah, there many times the cops are involved. I'm
There
pretty
is no
sure.
forced entry.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. I'm kind of confused on what is happening right here. So.
All right, let's keep watching.
To this house.
I hate to say this, but it's almost like we're probably going to have to chalk this up.
I sincerely believe with everything in me that this is one of the most important things I've ever done on this app. Throughout this year,
Okay, she had to do this clip here with 1, 2, 3 YouTube play
And
buttons
TikTok.
and a TikTok. 2
Two.
TikToks, I see.
Yeah.
That's just okay. That's
And if
all
you
I need.
notice her million subscriber plaque, the screen changes on it. It has like a screen on the back. I've
Oh,
never
okay.
seen one like that.
Huh.
But yeah, everything is kind of only thing you're gonna get is her perspective, pretty much on
Yeah.
all of everything. So make sure you keep that in mind.
Right.
I don't know
This
if
is
Reese is gonna come
one
out and
side
speak
to
to
the
some.
story. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
he may actually speak to one of the other girls. Um, I'm not sure. Hopefully, he will say something eventually. But she's what's going on right now is she's from like March to now. She has not been posting content like she regularly was, and she
Right.
is losing money. Her fans are wondering what is going on. Where are you at? Why are you not posting content? We're
Right.
your ride or die crew. Let us know something. And she just leaves people hanging for months.
Wow.
And
So
this is why this is being done.
how many kids does she have?
2 girls.
And do you know how old they are?
I think maybe like 9 and or 8 and no, it'd be like 7 and 10. I know the one's at least 10, the older one,
Right.
because she's been out of, I think she said 10 years. So the other one is 10 because she had her in jail.
And then there's a younger one then.
Yeah, she
Okay.
had with Reese once they got
Okay.
together. So I'm not for sure how far apart they are.
Okay.
I have lost sight of why I started this in the first place, and that is to help other people by sharing my story. And over the years, that has come at a very expensive price when it comes to my mental health.
Well, okay. She has shared not only her story, but so many other stories of people that were in her life. Like when she talks about what she does in jail, you're gonna see like her. She even has okay. She loved it. She was the queen bee. She was the female in charge. She was the alpha.
I kind
And
of find that hard to believe though.
I know. I do too.
I
I do
found
too.
I mean,
And
a
she has
person that
this
spent
Gucci
time in
diamond.
jail, yeah, a person that, has spent time in jail, I really found that hard to believe.
I If I was to see her in jail, like that's definitely not somebody that I'd be worried about.
No.
But she's like she's some kingpin on the streets, and
Mm-mm.
she's still proud of that Gucci queen bee ring that she got because she's made TikToks where she's like, I'm still the queen bee. It's like,
I don't
girl,
buy it.
why? Why brag on it? I don't get it.
Kids, I'm trying to be nice.
So right now you don't know that she's not in the Jeep. So
I know she's not in the Jeep.
How do you know that?
I'm asking you, Jeff.
'Cause he has
If you want, I'll force
GPS.
injury right now in front of these guys. They got to come in here and get me and arrest both of us. I'll take one for the team. I'll take one for the fucking team, buddy.
That's the one she posted?
Yeah.
So there's where I was talking about Jason talking about he'll go in, he'll take one for the team and
Right.
go in the house because he wants them to get I'm pretty sure this is where they're trying to get the guns. And it's crazy.
Who is this guy on the screen?
Now this is the guy, Robbie, I think his name is, if I'm not mistaken, it's Robbie. He is the one that she called down to help her read her paperwork off to everyone. Now, her paperwork is different than what is all out there. There's a controversy on whether she's did like 356 days, and she claims she's done up to almost 6 years. But 5 for sure. And it's like, but there there's a lot of paperwork contradicting the actual amount of time that she did. Now, there was, if you violate this, you could get 40 years, but that doesn't mean that she
That
did
doesn't
any
mean
of
you're
it.
doing 40 years.
Right. And you're going to see the confliction in the paperwork here. And that's where Tracy and Nicole and them come in because they're the ones that got this paperwork and showed it because they seen that something was not right. She stopped being there for her everybody, everyone was still supporting her and she just left them high and dry. And then when she comes back on, she's erratic. She puts videos up and takes them down. She did a video with Jason where they were doing like they did a whole like little mini documentary, and she took it down like 2 days later because everybody's talking about Jason looked like he was tweaked out because he was.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, if she couldn't see that, how high is she?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, but
No, you're right though.
Yeah, so I think that she's.
Because honestly, I don't know where she got that from because I know for a fact the judge denied it.
Did you see that body language?
Yep. And that she chose to make sure she showed that in this video.
Why? It does not make you look good, girlfriend.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't.
Look very high and very
Hey.
pretty.
Yes.
I was about to pull up at Jessica's, but I want to call you beforehand. Later.
Hi. How you doing? Sorry for bothering you. Are you Jessica? Hi. Are you Jessica?
I'm not.
Is Jessica home?
She is not.
I am simply showing the facts to the things that she has claimed over all of these years. Jessica herself said it. She accepts the challenge. Go digging.
She accepts the challenge. Go digging.
So Tracy did. Tracy is amazing. She has, if you want to dig deeper than what we are going to be doing covering this documentary, Tracy's where you need to go. She has all of it, and she's actually going to do a whole separate channel separate from this, but she's covered it. She's pulled all the paperwork. She's done all the research. She's spoken to everyone pretty much involved. And Jessica hates her.
Oh, I'm sure.
She
I'm
hates
sure.
her, and then there's discovering Nicole. Nicole is awesome. I'm good friends with Nicole, and she's awesome. She helps so many people get into medication assisted treatment. If anyone online needs to, if you're wanting to get help or anything like that, I can send you over there to her. She can tell you where to go. She helps guidance. She helps guide people in the right direction or how they can get assistance in their area. She does it. She's amazing at what she does. But she took Nicole's channel out, a 25,000 subscriber channel, out over criticism. And it's like, you
Yeah.
can't, I mean, apparently,
What is
and
she
she said that
hiding?
she got Nicole's channel struck down. I think it was for body brokering. I guess it's where she claimed that she was trying to get patients for a doctor, like working
Oh
for
my
a
God.
doctor. Like, it was like, no, 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 no. She literally had a discount code where if you worked with an online place, it was a discount code. It was like an
Right.
ambassador job.
Right.
But she got her channel wiped out, and
Wow.
her
See,
channel did amazing things.
that raises some red flags to me. What are you hiding
Why would
to
you
take
care?
people's channels down? Why would you care? You put the challenge out there.
Yeah, you did
And
challenge.
people found what you did not want them to find. Right? And then what do? Get their channels taken down? Like, come on.
They even go as they pull paperwork, and she tries to get paperwork from her juvenile, and it's like, hold on, are you trying to claim that part of that time that you did was from juvenile? Or and
Right.
then she goes into it, and it kind of sounds like she's saying she did okay. I guess she had a parole violation, that she was on parole after she turned 18 from something that she did as a minor, and because it was a parole violation for something she did as a minor, it was still sealed, is what she's claiming. I think, if I'm understanding correctly, you're gonna see the paperwork. She goes all the way through it in this first part
Okay.
of the document series,
Okay.
and it's an hour and a half long in itself. We are not going to be covering the whole thing in one sitting.
No, this will take at least 2 to 3 parts.
Yeah.
Her work is king. So that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing to prove just who Jessica Kent is. And it's time for all of it to be revealed. Every receipt.
Many other tweakers. So the house was full of people doing drugs. Of course I relapsed. I mean, there were drugs all around me.
You're going to pass the drug test. What's it say? Once you pass the drug test, you're going to close it.
No, I'm just like, I'm like shaking because I'm scared that like if I tell my story and I put it all out there like we want to, like it's just going to be worse, you know?
We can talk about how we're going to start.
No,
just
it's
gotta be
not
real.
going to be worse if you put it
No.
actually put it all out there.
Her fans are begging her, just kinda like somebody in our community that's
Yeah,
being
yeah,
begged to come out and just talk. They wanna
yeah,
hear from her.
yeah.
And she finally is starting to post stuff, but it's so defensive. I mean, we
Mhm.
are how far into it, and she has already shown so much defensive,
Yeah, oh
and
yeah.
she chose what went into this intro, and she in minutes here she talks about it was hard, and she goes into a full-blown panic attack
Yeah,
trying to make this intro, and
yeah.
she shows it. Um, it's like you got I know it's scary. YouTube's scary. People are mean. People
Oh
are
yeah,
rude. They're
people
gonna
are
tear you
ruthless.
apart, but
Mhm.
you've gotta respond. You've got to.
Yeah. What creators don't realize is how many people actually
Care.
like you, love you, care about you. And when something like this happens and you feel ashamed and whatever you feel and don't want to face anybody, those ride or die people that you have will be there for you no matter what.
And they've shown that. They've made videos. They're saying, "Look, Jessica, we just want the real, and we're not seeing the real. We know
Yeah.
we can sense it, we feel it." And
Mhm.
right, KK, her subs deserve a response, and
Yep.
she's trying to do it with this video, but she's so defensive. They just want the realness. They just want to know
Yeah.
what's really going down. How is she
Yeah.
real? How is she? If she's freaking out and gonna cry, cry. Let them
Yeah.
know
Let it out. Shit.
you don't know what you're gonna do. But
Mhm.
she's got over 1 million on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's 1 million
Just on
people
YouTube
that
alone.
care. Yeah, there's TikTok. I think across multiple platforms is she's got quite a bit. And they just they just want to know you're okay
Mhm.
and that you're going to be okay. And
Yeah.
you know, doing all this, is it really necessary?
No.
Nobody really needs to see all this detail of your life before you challenge people to go looking for the paperwork.
And my opinion, you show all these little details, you're trying to distract from the bigger picture. My opinion.
Yeah.
So.
I think the intro is like the hardest
Yeah.
thing. So
Okay.
I'll just say that to them because they get it.
Yeah.
Hi, what's up? How y'all doing? That's probably not it.
No, it's not it either.
This docu-series is for the ride or die crew. You guys deserve transparency. You guys deserve an advocate and a voice and a content creator that has your best interest at heart. That is
Okay, stop right there.
Now, she talks about being able to manipulate the F out of people. So,
and that's what she's doing here. That's exactly what she's doing here. She's saying, "Oh, you deserve a content creator that's, kind and caring and transparent and all these things." But that's everything that she isn't.
right now she's not being that for her subs. No.
Exactly. She's not being that person. And I don't know. Hopefully her subscribers can see right through it like we can.
They do, and that's what so many people that are just like, and that's why she's putting this out. But
Mhm.
I don't think she took the right angle.
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think so either. Hold on, let me look at something. Okay.
not dedicated to spewing more hate and negativity into the world. You deserve a true advocate. And I lost sight in that.
An advocate for what?
Recovery in
Oh, come on.
and
Give me a break.
surviving DV. I mean, That's a
Give me
new
a
one
break.
on the thing, I guess. I don't really. I don't know. It's
Throughout this
manipulation.
year, I lost sight of why I do what I do.
This is her intro, regular.
All right, guys, here's the intro.
That was it's the jail bars and her and the
What's up, you guys? So I know that the intro to this
craziness
was very intense. Episode 1 is going to be paperwork, and I'm going to go over. That's a lot of things. I'm not really sure how I'm going to break up everything in the series, because in my personal opinion, I think that the paperwork is the least important. So I didn't really want to showcase it in episode 1.
Of course,
Right
the paperwork
now.
shows the truth.
Right
But
now,
I know
the
that
paperwork
that
is important.
Whoa.
Right
Go
now,
ahead.
it's important because
Yes.
she's denying what other people have legit pulled from FOIAs and all that. Like it is
Right. I
and,
mean,
and
she has a stack of paperwork in front of her, but is it everything? We don't know.
that is kind of what the internet has been talking about the most.
This keeps
And that's why I'm going to feature in
starting
episode 1. So I want the docu-series to highlight parasocial relationships and how that deeply affects the content creator.
What's going on?
Yeah, go down to a lower.
It says normal playback
Oh.
speed. I don't know what's going on.
I want to
There it goes.
share how victims of domestic violence are either not believed, not taken seriously, or even when they are believed, the system still fails to protect them. Because I had the privilege and the muscle to leave. What happens to the women that don't have that? What happens to them? I want to highlight cancel culture. I want to highlight mental health, substance use disorder, and all of the things tangled in between. I want to talk about narcissistic abuse and smear campaigns and just how evil those situations are. I want to talk about.
Wow.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Deflection at its finest. Oh my goodness. I like come on now.
KK has a good question. How did all this start crashing down on her? When I was watching her, she was a regular creator, and I didn't see much scrutiny and attention towards her.
Okay,
When did all
so
this start crashing down on her?
pretty much around the time that Jason came back into her life after being released from a 10-year bit in federal prison. They had been the emails are out between the two. They were together pretty much while he was in there, and while she was with Reese as well. She was
Wow.
writing him, but yeah, once Jason came back into her life, Mindy was she also brought Mindy in, and then like she blames Mindy for getting Jason to relapse and all that, and they get in a big fight, and then Mindy leaves and goes and stays with Reese, and Reese and Carl's back there laughing. Mindy's with Reese, and then Jessica's like, okay, well, and tells her ex who abused her what happened, and by her tell he messed Mindy up over that one.
Right.
But I guess, and then Jessica claims that he like bought her Botox and lip injections and all this stuff, and that he's like paying her checks or something. And Mindy's like, "Where's my checks? Like, give me my money." She's like, "Somebody pay me. If I'm
Wow.
getting paid, somebody pay me my money."
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Family court and how that is a shit show. I want to talk about all of it, but I want to do it not just from my point of view. I am not perfect, nor have I been perfect in this situation, nor have I been perfect in the past 18 months. I've made mistakes along the way. I have been toxic at times and ungrateful and defensive. I've been petty. I've been mean. Explaining the situation and what has happened and what has caused me to react that way is not making excuses for my behavior, because
she just like
But,
glosses
I think
over
it
that
is.
real quick. She's like, I did this, and then, but the real issue is
Right. But then none of that matters. The real issue is
we gotta
find out.
fix the system.
Yeah.
Oh,
reactive
girl,
abuse
come
is a
on.
very real thing. However, that does not excuse what I have done throughout the year, and you guys will see that all documented. Again, not from just my point of view. There's no excuse
But
Right. There is a
this
lot of
is
people.
from her point of view. You can't do a documentary on yourself and not be biased.
And okay, so just Nicole posted a video the other day. And Mindy, apparently one of the people from this docu-series, which is Jess and Jason, they had someone call and offer Mindy money. This is alleged, I guess, but it did happen. But the call was made. Who it was made by is alleged.
Okay.
But offered money to get the docs and information on Tracy and Nicole.
Really?
And yeah, and she's like, unless she laughed him off and told him to get effed, and
Right.
she told Nicole about it right away. Nicole's like, why didn't you tell them when Tosin's bullshit and we'd have got the money? But no, it so they're digging for dirt right now on them two. And girl, please don't put me in your shit. I'm being fair as I can fucking be right now.
Right. Yeah.
But
Exactly.
this is you're really good at the deflecting here. I will say that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
For all the times that I was shitty or toxic or ungrateful or defensive or mean. There's no excuse for it, but there is a scientific and psychological reason for it. But I just want to be clear that doesn't make it okay.
She's bringing science into it now.
Oh, yeah.
And I just really hope that my message is received and you guys go into this docu-series with the idea that my intention is only to share all of those hard topics that I just mentioned, to show all sides from body cam footage to drama channels, constructive criticism, and intentional and unintentional victim blaming. Hey guys, so I have to jump in here and just say that I have no idea how to organize episode 1, and that has been the delay. I have...
So
I can relate. I
yeah, for
suck at
sure. For
editing.
sure.
It's got to be hard. And she's considering all the info she's putting in it. I give her that. It had to be really hard to do this, but I mean,
but isn't she in a few minutes? She's on the phone with her editor.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have to edit and put these
Or
things
it's
together.
like one of I don't know if it's exactly her edit. You're gonna hear the conversation. Yeah, you guys can make your own decisions.
When
but
we
yeah,
get to
if
that
she's editing it,
conversation,
does she have it? I don't know.
Exactly. So it's coming up here in a minute. We'll talk about it when we get to it.
So much footage, and there have been so many times where I've sat down to film and I just can't. And that is what you're going to see in the next clip. I try to sit down and film the intro to episode 1, and I just kind of have a panic attack and call Megan, my editor, and I just say,
okay, there it is.
Call Megan, my editor. Why are you not knowing how to put this together when you have an editor to do it for you?
Yeah, she did. This is something that she's well known for, is contradicting herself with her own words. Like many times, sometimes in the same video, or like one video back to back. Like,
yeah,
she does this a lot.
Yes, KK. KK asked if she has an entire team working with her. I'm assuming yes.
Yes and no. Like, okay, so for her wall that she's sitting in front of, Jason brought like a whole crew over to do it. Now, I'm imagining, this is what I'm imagining. Jason Wynn got his Twigger buddies to go build her a set wall.
Oh yeah,
and it looks decent. It looks good. I give her that. But you imagine what that looked like over there? I can only imagine. You know, when a bunch of them get together and they're out, yeah. Some of them roses are a little crooked, and I get it now.
Yeah. Funny.
I can't get past the fucking intro. So the direction that I would like to go is just to show that, just the raw files, you know? So this first episode is going to include my paperwork at the end of the video. So this is going to be the layout. I'm going to show you the intro that I had a panic attack in because I think it's really important. It's embarrassing. I'm an ugly crier, but you guys are going to see a lot of raw files like this where I'm just talking, or I'm just reacting to some crappy ass video made about me. And I'm like, oh my God, just fight me, ho. This is just as real as it.
Fight me, ho.
Yep. See what I mean? Like, who still talks like that?
I don't know. Not me. Not you. Not anybody else I know.
But I mean, in a
that's
I mean,
sober.
even if I'm like sitting outside and I may say that to somebody walking down the street, but I ain't gonna sit here and make a docu-series
And
and say,
say it
"Fight
in
me,
the
ho!"
say it in
In
it. Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Oh,
It gets. That's what I want it to be. I want it to be raw files, not overly edited, vlog style docu-series. And I'm cringing every step of the way.
I am too.
It is really hard for me to put together like this because I've never done anything like this. I always edit my videos so people don't really see me crying that much or
But you make sure you tell everybody that you cry in your videos right now, though.
Right.
When it's convenient.
Feel bad
But
for me.
she won't, like I said, for months she wouldn't come on for her subscribers, and they're mad. They are sincerely
Well,
mad.
yeah. Yeah, you have a million plus subscribers on YouTube alone, and you don't come on for weeks. The last time they seen you, this, that, and the other happened, and
Or
now
if
they're
they do see
worried.
her, it's like a TikTok of her like singing some lip sync something, and it's like 20 seconds, and that's it. Like they
That's
don't tell
it.
nobody nothing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Hey, Sterling.
I kind of shield and
Hey.
protect myself the best that I can, but all those walls are coming down in this docu-series. Please let me be very clear. My goal is not to paint my ex as a monster and me as an angel. I am no angel. My goal is to shed light on all of these hard topics while using my story to do so. I love you guys. This is episode 1 of my docu-series.
That was the intro, y'all.
Never in a million years.
Wow.
That was the intro, y'all.
Wow.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Yep.
Wow.
That is the intro right there. How far are we into this thing?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Is it an hour and like 28 or what, hour and 30?
2:38.
Oh my goodness, girl! Why
That's
did you
why
make
I
it
was
so
trying to
long?
speed it up, but there's certain parts that she has sped up, and then you
can't understand it.
Yeah.
No. Who's the redhead? It's Jessica Kent. We are going over Jessica Kent and her recent docu-series. Definitely, you guys, if you want to watch it before we do the commentary on the next one, she has it on her channel. I will link it below for you guys to be able to go watch the thing without commentary, and then come back here and as we go
React
through
with
it.
us.
Yeah, you guys can react with us. You'll kind of have an idea of what's going on and get to know her a little bit. Now, I would not suggest just watching this though. Go through her shorts or her
Yes.
TikToks because they tell you a lot and they show you a lot of what her deflection is.
Just
So
put her name in the search box on TikTok.
yeah,
and
it's
see everything that comes up.
12. It's at JustKin12 is her TikTok, and I think it's her Instagram too. I might be wrong on that.
Yeah.
But I'll have all that linked below. So
Okay.
you guys will be able to find it, kind of be able to do a little bit of research before we come back on talking about her. Because I know a lot of people that aren't either in the recovery community or in the prison community. Right now she is, Sterling. You're a handsome man. She might go for you. Hey Jess, we might set you up here. So we're gonna give you guys an opportunity to check her out and see what's going on. She is somebody I followed for a long time and never thought twice about anything that she said until I feel like I feel like she started using again.
Right.
Because things started happening. And if she
You
wasn't, she
can
was being
see
really
change
careless.
you can see changes in people. When you don't think that you're changing or doing anything different, the people that watch you religiously see these little changes in you for the better or the worse.
And her
And
subs are calling it outright and
yeah.
left. And
Yeah.
there's so many that are like, "Jess, it doesn't matter. I'm here and I'm riding with you." And they're just like, "Please come talk to us. Just let
Yeah.
us know."
Yeah.
Just like somebody else in our community that is doing the same thing right now. You
We
cannot
might be
hide from
getting into
yourself.
that sooner or later too.
Yeah. But like you just can't hide from your subs. These people
No.
truly care. Like
Yeah.
I know my subscribers that have been with me for a long time. They want to know what's going on. They like, even though I'm like, man, I don't want to bore y'all with it. I don't want to stress y'all out with it. And they're like, no, we want to know. And it's like, it means
Yeah.
a lot to me. And hopefully it means just as much to her. And that she is truly battling with it, hopefully. And this isn't a front. Um, I don't know for sure because, like she says, she knows how to manipulate someone really, really well. She knew how to control them men like no other when she was on the street, and you wouldn't think it, but there is man after man after man after man that she brings on to back it up. So, but I don't see her being like up in the jail like, I'm getting that bottle.
No.
No,
No,
no.
me neither.
Give me your sandals. Give me your
Please.
ramen.
Please.
Go wash my shoes. Go wash my laundry.
Mm.
Uh,
No.
no, I just don't
No.
see her.
But see,
Hey, Lord.
when you have a jail story or a prison story, you can make it as extravagant as you want to be.
And
'Cause
she's
nobody's
like,
gonna
I
know
don't glorify.
different.
She's like, I don't glorify. But then you watch her, you please watch some of her stuff because you will see her say, don't glorify, and then totally glorify a gangster situation that she was in. And it's like, and be smiling, and you can see her eyes just sparkling with smiles, and she's so happy because she remembers when she felt that power. And I mean, you truly see it in her face when she's recording. It's like, you are not done with that life, are you? She misses it.
Nope.
And she said it, in her past that she missed it. Now she's already back to drinking, which, hey, I mean, if I smoke pot. It is what it is. I mean, but I have a lot of health issues that contribute to me doing that. But she's a smoker and she drinks, it, but she says she's in recovery and sober from her DOC, so her drug of choice, and it, I'm pretty sure that was meth, and I think
Right.
she dabbled in the other stuff, but mainly meth.
Right. Right.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
Thought that I would be making this kind of content. I sincerely believe with everything in me that this is one of the most important things I've ever done on this app. Throughout this year, I have lost sight of why I started this in the first place, and that is to help other people by sharing my story. And over the years, that has come at a very expensive price when it comes to my mental health. And every step of the way, I have tried my absolute best to battle it and be strong and put on a brave face. But
she's chosen to hide for a very,
Yeah.
very long time. And
Yeah.
you just cannot do that. You can't. And
Putting your life story out there or your addiction recovery story out
it's a
there
lot.
is scary. It's
Because people will
scary.
use it against you. Hell, people use my health against me. Like, people are ruthless. They'll use anything against you.
I come on YouTube to exactly like her. I wanted to help people. I wanted to tell my story. I had talked to my counselor at my mat doctor, and I've talked to my therapist about it, and both of them said you're the best person to do this. You're the best person to help people and tell your story and all these things. And then once I do tell my story, I
Then
get
there's the ammo.
so much backlash, so much hate. People telling me that I was never an addict and I'm not in recovery, and and look at you. There's no way that you were on drugs and blah 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 blah.
Oh, I get the opposite. Oh, you ain't sober. You ain't sober.
Well, I'm getting that now. A year and a half later, the same people that told me that I was never an addict and I'm not in recovery are saying that I'm using now. Make it make
I mean,
sense.
there's no happy medium there, and
No,
she's
there's not.
been putting it out there like that. She knew what she was getting into, but I don't think she really realized what she was getting into with the prison
No.
stuff.
No,
Because
no,
by
that's a
stepping
whole
off
different
into it
ballgame.
and
Mhm.
making herself sound like a gangster, like
Yeah.
she is
And
Queen B.
glorifying.
Like, I don't
Mhm.
know. She looked like a baby in her mugshots, y'all. Like straight baby. But when you see her mugshots, y'all are gonna laugh so hard. You're gonna be like, she looks like a baby. Who would be scared of that? Who would
That's
not just
funny.
rob that?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Was she the one that everybody robbed and she's trying to act like she was just the opposite? She was like the kingpin of the pod or
Queen
what?
pin, the queen bee, and that's what
Queen
that ring's
pin.
all about. There's a TikTok still on her page to this day talking about, and she's like, and
Wow.
it's little, I think it's Lil Kim talking about, I'm the
Mhm.
queen bee, and she's got it up on her knee. It's like, girl, quit
Wow.
it.
Wow. KK said, so is that what's going on? People are speculating she relapsed, but she's denying it.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, but there's a lot more to it. There's a whole lot of situations that's gone on between her and Reese that people really don't know for sure what's gone down. She's like I said, she was with Jason. She was sending Jason's buddies over to check on Reese at like 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning, um, messing with him in such a way. The videos where she shows him like coming towards her or being right next to her,
Yeah.
you're not seeing him bash her around or nothing like that.
No.
Like
No.
you don't see that. You see him really close to her and you see him coming towards her. And yes, that's all scary, but if I believe if someone went down there, she'd show it. Why would she hide that part of it? If she's going to show all what she showed, which her kids are going to see later on down the line, it's out. It is what it is. She can't say that's the reason. She's already said it. So why put every bit of video but that
Right.
out there?
Right. Right. Don't hide the important stuff.
Please know, every time I posted a difficult video, it took everything out of me. For 3 years consistently, I got up every single day and I filmed every single day. I would post 3 full-length videos on this channel, Jessica Kent, which is the main channel. I would post 2 videos a week on my vlog channel, Jessica Kent Vlogs. And I would post Patreon videos and TikToks and Instagrams. And I gave it my everything. Every single thing I had to give, I gave. I never in a million years thought I would be in a position to have to feel the need to defend my own life story, but I did.
But
defending your own life story.
Because she's put it all out there and she's like dared people to test her gangster. So
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
and they did. And now she is trying to be I don't know. She's trying to she's trying to prove something, but it's not coming off the way
It's
she wants.
yeah, the way it should be or the way that she thought she was doing.
Yeah, it definitely comes off as a lot of deflection. Your subs don't care about all the technicalities of this stuff right here.
No.
For one, they
No.
care about the paperwork because you've been shown as a liar on that, so they want proof. And then
They want her story.
and then they just want her to come out and be back on the platforms. Tell them, say, look, I'm here. I'm going through it. I need a couple weeks, or I need this time.
Right.
But she doesn't do that. She just dips. And then those, in my eyes, a lot of times she'll dip at random times, and it's so drug addict behavior. Like
Right.
like Twigger said, be here in 15 minutes. It's 2 days later they showing up.
Right. Right.
Like,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
like even to post this documentary or her paperwork release, she was like, I'm posting it tonight. 2 days later. I'm posting it tonight. 2 days later, she posted. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard because I'm not trying to criticize her, and for sure, if she's relapsed, it's it is what it is. Like, don't
Yeah.
lie. Just
It
don't
it
lie
is
about
what
it
it
because
is. You gotta pick
she
yourself
took a
up
pee
and
test
get
on camera.
help. Mhm.
Okay, she took a pee test, a piss test, whatever, on camera, and it was like a 30-some panel, or it was a lot of damn panel tests.
Right.
And she was supposed to show positive for some medication she was on and for pot. The pee was clear and nothing was in that. Nothing showed up on the drug screen. That was supposed to be for CPS. And that's what she turned in for CPS, and apparently, like, that's what she claims that Mindy was
Um,
present for, and Mindy can disprove this with, the details of the photos that she took, saying because Jessica said it happened on, like, the 14th or the 12th or something, and it actually happened on the 6th. You can look at Mindy's TikToks to see this. So, I mean, all this silly, like, back and forth, like, she'll get on here to respond to someone talking crap, but she won't get on here to answer subs, the ones that
to
are
to
begging
defend
for her
herself and
attention.
tell her subs what they wanna hear, and that's ridiculous. That's showing you to be a liar, ma'am.
Yeah.
Period.
I think here and give it a couple more minutes, and we'll cut that for here, and then try it, we'll go again at it. When you want to do this? When are you
Um,
available?
uh, anytime. We can do it tomorrow, we can do it Monday, whenever you wanna
Okay.
do it.
Well, I say we
We'll
just keep
figure it
at it
out. We'll let you
tomorrow.
guys know.
I'll try to schedule it tonight or tomorrow morning so that you guys will know whenever we'll be on. We're gonna get a couple more minutes of this, and then we're gonna cut it. It probably be it's a 2.5 hour video. I thought it was an hour and a half, so it's gonna
No.
be like 3, 4
3 to 4
parts.
part series for
Yeah.
us.
Um,
Mhm.
but this was the first time me and Sophie actually have worked together and stuff, and I think we did pretty good at it without talking
Yeah.
over each
You
other.
guys, in the comments after the video, tell us how we did together.
Yeah, definitely. Because we got some other stuff we're going to be getting into, and then also a true crime case, and we're going to be
Mhm.
doing the true crime case over on Sophie's. Um, but yes, guys, please, if you didn't catch the whole thing, please check out the replay. We really
Mhm.
didn't do a whole lot of chat conversating because we wanted to keep it to where the people who are on replay could watch it without getting lost in us answering questions. But I so appreciate every one of you guys showing up. Um, and as long as this keeps working, I think it's gonna be a regular thing. Not with Jessica, because Jessica's just one story we're gonna cover.
Yeah, we have several things we wanna
But
do.
this isn't just to go at Jessica. This is to maybe let her realize, look, your subs just want you back. They
Yeah.
don't care what you did.
Yeah.
They don't care if you relapse. They don't care.
No.
They
No.
just want you back. And the let go of Nicole's channel, please. I ask that. And please don't try to be getting the information on Nicole and Tracy. There's no need for that. What is that? They're not putting
There's no need to dig on these women and trash these women any way that you can when they're just doing what you told them to do.
challenge them. I mean, there's a lot of
You
things you
challenged
don't
them
challenge.
to dig, and they dug. You can't be mad at what they found. Period. You can't be mad at that.
Well, thank you, Trisha. Thank you. You said you did great. I want to come on. Your last comment might be way it takes time for some people to get trust back. It does happen though. Yes, it's been going pretty much since about March. People have been questioning her sobriety and the situation because the erraticness and her behavior. Um, in some of the videos that she'll post and then the dirty delete, which that's never good. She posted that video of Jason, and he was tweaked on his mind. I mean, he could not stop moving, and and she calls it perma-tweaked. Like, I've been around a
No,
lot of people that
no,
have
I call
been
bullshit.
yeah, I call bullshit. Some people may get a shake or whatever, a permanent shake, but there's not perma-tweak.
I mean, like a twitch every once in a while or something, but it's not like a permanent all the time.
Jason was like,
No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Mm-mm.
She said, I
All
don't
right.
mean trust back to JK. Just she's the absolute exception. But I have done a lot of shorts on her already, guys. So if you guys want to get a little bit more info, I am a little bit accessible. Well, let's see. I'm a little overly critical sometimes, but it's
But that's
after
okay.
being very, very irritated because I was part of the fan club. Like, I was a fan of hers, and then the next thing I know, she's done flipped out, got one of my friends' channels taken down, and it's like, "What are you doing? Like, these are the
Yeah.
people that cared about
Yeah.
you, and
Yeah.
you're now trying to take channels out."
Yep.
So,
And
it's like
again, the only reason that you would try and take somebody's channel down is because you're wanting to hide something that they're showing. My opinion.
and she's still and Nicole is loud and proud, and she's gonna speak her mind wherever she's at, so
There
doing
you
that
go.
ain't gonna stop her. Um, she is that's just Nicole. She will tell it like it is. But if anyone this my dogs are barking because I snapped my finger. um, but now she is a great person, and anybody that is looking to get into mat treatment, she can guide you in the right direction, definitely. With different like places in your community that could help you, and also from all the way to from that to online. So that's one thing she does, and she does it for everybody. She puts her phone number out to the public, and she's amazing for that. So hopefully, Jessica, if you watch this, you'll realize there's a lot of people that's been helped by Nicole, and you kind of took that away from people. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and that sucks. But
Yeah.
you guys are great. I love you guys. So appreciate everybody that came through. And we are going to start it at this point here, which is basically the start because all we just watched was the intro.
Yeah, and it was a bunch of mess.
Yes. Because
A
the
bunch of
rest of it
unnecessary
kind of
stuff.
it kind of continues to be a mess. So but I want to give you guys the opportunity to check it out yourself. That way you get an idea of what's going on if you aren't up to date with her. And maybe in the long run, she will be real with everybody and she can have a whole bunch of new subs out of the deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe she can turn everything around and say, I one upped all y'all. And if she can do that, that'd be great. Like that's what
Yeah.
everyone wants. No one wants to see her downfall.
I'm wondering how many episodes she's gonna have. 'Cause
Yeah,
episode
I'm
1
curious.
was 2.5 hours long for episode 1.
And
Like, episode
Docu-Series
1
show
could have been split up into 4 parts on its own.
Yeah, what's
So
the definition of a minimal on a series? It has to be more than 2.
Yeah.
Or it
Yeah.
would just be the second part.
Right.
Okay. Well
Very true. Alright, guys. Thanks for coming. I
Yes,
had
thank you
fun. Did
guys.
you have fun?
I did too. I did too. And we're gonna be covering a true crime case, something that really didn't hit the news, and
That needs
deserves to.
to have more light
A
shown on
lot.
it.
And if it well works out, hopefully we can get the cops to open the case back up.
Yes.
Because it truly needs to be figured out and because it's messed up. And you guys, any of you guys that are into true crime, you'll definitely this is one that we're going to be having to work on and try to figure out because we're going to be talking to the family and FOIAs, all of it. So we'll
Yeah.
let you guys know who and what and when,
Yeah.
probably in the next couple episodes. But
Yeah.
I love you guys. You want to say anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll be back here 6:05 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And
Mhm.
bye, guys. I'm
Bye,
gonna play
guys.
the commentary outro.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.